Today on EA Sports, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New England Patriots taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Thomas. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Neville Gallimore. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
3rd down.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. And some space here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, they'll take that.
So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. About 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Now Applewhite to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Howard complete. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage. A
1st down carry by Elliott. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Downfield. Offense.
Come on, Russ. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Second down.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be third down. It's certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On third down, Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him up there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Thomas. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is Pearman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jones now on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Number 21, Ezekiel.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's...
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8, 4th from the gun. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Patriots will get a new...
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That's 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Here's Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Complete to number 84.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. On 1st down, it's Elliott. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now Wilder. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the Patriots 7-yard.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Applewhite down to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by Howard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown.
10. Patriots nothing.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll run with Pearman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Levi Wallace brought him down. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
18 on the play. And a Cowboy 1st down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
7-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This is Applewhite looking to throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Daniel Jones sacked.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and possession.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
A bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Pearman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll stay on the ground. It's Pearman again. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jones on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
For the extra point.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to sit.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. He'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. That catch, by the way, number 1099 for his career. One away from 1,100.
Sounds like an IRS catch, doesn't it?
I was thinking the same thing. 1099. I'm just thinking I should be doing my taxes.
Exactly. Got to turn it in. He's accumulating those kind of numbers, isn't he?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallup.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jones pass.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
It'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, we joked on his 1,099th catch that 1099 reminded us of our taxes. This one's not as funny. He has 1,100 catches. He is legit.
Well, he's also in a different tax bracket than we are because of those 1,100 catches. He has earned it, hasn't he?
Indeed. Applewhite to throw on second down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes it get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
At the 29.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Good. Makes the score Cowboys 13.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. Elliott a first down and more. Power running by Zeke. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now here's Applewhite off the play fake, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
Patriots 10.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
First and 10.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
To number 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 14-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Auden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Applewhite to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Jones to throw on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for New England, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.